So we will start seated, cross-legged, with our hands on our knees, our eyes closed. Start to turn inward to our breath. Deep inhales and deep exhales, filling up your lungs, and slowly releasing all the air out of you. Next inhale, open your eyes. Place your right hand next to your outer right hip. Lift your left palm. Inhale, arm up. And exhale, extend over. Looking under your armpit and keeping space between your ear and your shoulder. Next inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, flip your right palm. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. Continue to breathe deeply, filling up your lungs and stretching out your side body. Inhale up, exhale, arms down. Bring your hands out in front of you, interlace your fingers. Flip your palms, inhale up. And exhale, release your hands. Slowly walk your hands forward, releasing your head down to the floor and keeping both hips grounded. Inhale, climb your hands back. Switch the crossing of your legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Inhale, walk your hands back. And slowly we'll flip our legs around to tabletop, all fours. Hands underneath shoulders and knees directly beneath your hips. We'll inhale our right arm up, opening our chest to the right. And exhale, you're gonna thread your right arm underneath your left armpit, like this. Keep both of your hips squared and twist your torso towards the left side. Continuing to breathe deeply, never forgetting that. Your next inhale, you'll come back up to all fours, neutral spine. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, thread your left hand under your right arm. Breathe deeply, feeling a stretch along the top of your shoulder, back of your shoulder blades. Next inhale, back up to all fours, neutral. On inhale, we'll lift our left leg and our right arm. extending in opposite directions. On an inhale, on an exhale, we'll crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release to the ground. And switch, right leg back, left arm up. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Slowly walk your knees back just a couple of inches to lay down on our belly for Sphinx pose. Bring our elbows to the contour of our ribs. We'll inhale and pull our chest forward, rolling our shoulders and shoulder blades down behind our spine and putting pressure in the tops of our feet. Next exhale, we'll tuck the toes, lift our bellies off the mat, hips and knees for forearm plank. Keeping our spine long and straight. On your next inhale, rotate to your outer left foot. Pivot your forearm to the parallel to the top of the mat. And inhale, right arm up. Looking to the ceiling. Making sure your elbow is directly underneath your shoulder. Make any adjustments if you have to. Bring your right hand behind your head. And on an exhale, right elbow to left hand. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift up. 2 more at your own pace. Your next inhale, lift your right hand to the ceiling and bring it back to the mat, forearm plank. And we'll switch, so right side, rolling to the right or out edge of the foot, pivoting your right hand parallel top of the mat, left hand up. Bring your hand behind your head. And on exhale, we'll crunch. 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, back to forearm plank. Slowly releasing, knees, hips, belly, back down to the mat. And rest your forehead on the mat. We'll bring our hands next to our shoulders for a gentle cobra. Inhaling just our head and our shoulders off the mat first. Pulling through the top of our head, pulling our shoulders down our spine. Exhale down. Inhale, go a little bit deeper, a little bit higher. Relifting just a bit of the ribs off the ground. Exhale, release. Slide your hands back a little bit lower towards your belly button. And we'll do a full up dog. Inhale up. Lift your quads, hips, and knees off the ground. Chest forward. And exhale. Push back to downward dog. Root through your hands and through your heels. Take 5 deep cycles of breath. Next inhale, lift onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Slowly walk or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slight bend in the knees, arms up. And bend the knees more and more and more to sit down into chair pose. You want to keep your core engaged, tailbone extending down to the ground, and top of the head projecting in line with your hands. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale and exhale, twist left elbow to outer right knee. Up to the ceiling. Your next inhale, gently step your left foot back, keeping your knee, your elbow in contact. Inhale, arms up to crescent. Deep bend in your front knee, engaging your hip, sending energy through your back heel. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, spin your left foot flat. Open up to the left wall, left side of the room. Open your arms, warrior two. Gaze over the right hand. Bend a little deeper into your right foot. Next inhale, straighten your right foot. Begin to slowly slide over your right foot. Slide, slide, slide. Exhale, releasing your right hand to the top of your right foot, left arm up for triangle. Try to keep your hips on one even plane.
I love you.
On an exhale, we'll slowly bend our right knee, placing our placing our right hand a few inches in front of the right foot. We'll jump up to warrior three. If you wobble, that's okay. If you fall, that's definitely okay. Engaging your core, flexing your foot. And always continuing to breathe. Focusing on your breath as if it's the only thing that you're doing. On your next exhale, we're going to gently step back to warrior two. Exhale. And inhale. Windmill your left hand up, right hand to the ground. Both legs back, top of the push-up. Vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly lowering to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, jump, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, generous bend in your knees. Rooting to rise. Lifting hands above the head. Tailbone towards the ground. Chair pose. Next inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale, twist. Right elbow outside of left knee. Really lift your belly off of your thighs. Twisting your chest. Twisting your spine and extending your head forward. On next exhale, we'll slowly step our right foot back into twisted crescent. Breathe. Try not to collapse all of your weight onto your top foot, but rather use your elbow as a slight support. And inhale, arms up to crescent. Whoops. Power through your heel. Bending the front knee. And on the exhale, pivot onto the flat of your right foot. Opening up, arms open to warrior two. Keep your front knee bent. We're gonna reverse the warrior on this side, so right arm behind the back, left arm up. I forgot to do it on the other side, but that's okay. Inhale, back and over. And exhale, straighten the left foot, arms wide, slide forward over your left foot, and dropping into triangle. Looking towards the right hand. 5 deep breaths. On an inhale, put a slight bend in your left foot, left knee, left hand a couple of inches in front of your left foot, and slowly but strongly lift to warrior three. Right leg up, left hand's down, right arm to the ceiling. Rotating your chest to the right side of the room. Really using your core as the stabilizing factor. Once you're solid, or feel solid, look up. Hold for 3 more cycles of breath. On your next exhale, slowly bend your left foot, stepping right foot back to warrior two. And exhale, windmill to the ground. Let it all go. Step back to upper push-up. Chaturanga. Slowly lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, you're gonna rise, bend your knees and jump through all the way to seated. Take a few breaths. On an inhale, we're going to lift our feet, lift our arms for boat pose or Navasana. Engaging the core, shortening the abdomen, keeping the back straight. You can flex your feet and keep your knees bent, or try to straighten your legs for an extra challenge if you'd like. On an exhale, we're gonna on an exhale, feet to the ground, palms flat facing your butt. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Lifts your hips. Drop your head if it feels nice. Put strength through your shoulders so you're not collapsing inward. And exhale, release back to Navasana. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, boat. Exhale, reverse tabletop. Inhale, boat. And on exhale, lower, but keep your feet and your shoulders off of the mat. Inhale, left foot up. Reach, reach, reach to the front of your mat, lifting more of your shoulder blades up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up, reaching towards the left side. Inhale, down. Inhale, up, reaching towards the right. Inhale, up. Reach to the front. And switch, right foot up. Inhale, reach to the front. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach to the right. Outside of the left foot, left leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach to the left, outside of right hip. Exhale, small release. Inhale, reach to the front. And hold, contract, squeeze. And exhale, release down to the ground. Let everything go, let your body melt into the ground. Feel the support of the floor holding you up. There's no need to do any work. Just maintain that deep breath. On exhale, slowly roll onto your right side. Left hand in front of chest. Slowly push back up into seated. Legs extended out in front of you. We'll place both hands outside of our hips. Pressing to straighten our spine. You might have to put your hands a little bit back behind you. And press. On inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Flex your feet, pull on your toes, or pull on your knees. Wherever your hands land is okay, just do whatever feels good for you. And every day that could be different. Some days your head could be between your knees, some days you could not even bend down at all. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. We'll bring the inside, excuse me, inside of our right foot to the inside of our left thigh. Inhaling our arms up with the flexed left foot. Slightly twisting towards the left with our torso and exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Really pull out of your hips, extending your spine through the top of your head as if there's a string being pulled. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, both feet in front of you. Feel the difference between your two sides already, just that slight difference. Bring the inside of your left foot to your inner right leg, inner right thigh. For a deeper stretch, you can bring your foot closer to your ankle. Just don't put it right next to your knee. Either put it down by your thigh or up by your calf, either way. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, forward fold. In these moments when we're deeply stretching, we want to be consciously breathing, really feeling the oxygen fill up our body, infiltrate our blood. For every inhale, you can pull a bit longer. Every exhale, fall a little bit deeper. And put all of your focus on the task at hand. Leave everything for another time. Inhale, flat back, chest up, pulling on that foot or calf. And exhale again, forward fold. And slowly on your next inhale, roll vertebrae by vertebrae back up to seated, extending both legs out in front of you. Flex and point each foot a little bit. Roll out the ankles. Maybe roll out the wrists also. We'll go into pigeon, starting with our right side. Bringing our shin parallel to the front of the mat or as close to it as is comfortable. We'll bring our left leg back behind us onto the top of the knee. If you want, you can tuck your toes, lift your back foot. If this is too much on your hips, you can also do this by figure four, laying on your back with your right ankle outside on top of your left foot, and then gently pull on your back thigh, whichever is comfortable. I'm gonna stay up. Inhale, straight back. And exhale, slowly walk your hands forward. To whatever degree is comfortable. Maybe you're on your elbows, maybe you're still on your hands. But whatever just feels right and brings you right to the edge. You never want it to be too much, but you definitely want to feel a little fire. Make any adjustments and then try to stay still and keep your mind quiet. Deep inhale, exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands back to your mid-body. Either stay here with your spine straight or keep your left hand grounded. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, catch your back foot, holding your toes. You can come up onto your fingertips if you'd like, or onto your palm. Only do this if this feels right. If you feel any tingling or numb feelings, definitely get out of there. You can pull on that back foot to twist your torso to the right side of the room, looking to the back of the mat. Exhale, release. Both hands to the mat in front of you. Step back, top of the push-up plank. Inhale, very, very, very slow chaturanga, as if you're melting. And on an inhale, pull your chest through and forward, upward dog, hips off of the ground, thighs off of the ground, chest pulls forward. Exhale, downward dog. You can gently walk out your feet a little bit, alternating the bend in each foot. Next, we will inhale our right foot up. Bring it forward to the top of the mat for pigeon on the other side. Adjusting to the degree that's comfortable for your body, with no judgment or comparison to your past self, your future self, somebody else's self. Just exist within your space, within your body, and respect what you feel. On an inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, begin to very slowly walk your hands forward, step by step, lowering your body to the earth. If your body's completely flat to the ground, make sure you're still holding integrity in your left hip, not overexerting anything. But also doing enough to get some good out of it. I know I've been doing so much sitting lately, like a lot of people, and we hold all of our tension in our hips. So actually one of the best things we can also do for ourselves emotionally is remain limber and fluid in our hips, our shoulders. the epicenters for our emotions. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold again. A little bit deeper. On an inhale, slowly walk up. Keeping your right hand grounded. Inhale your left hand to the ceiling. Exhaling, windmilling it around behind you to catch your back right foot. Feeling a good stretch across the top of your right quad. If it feels good, hold here. If not, stay in pigeon. On your next exhale, release the back foot, releasing the hand, windmilling the hand up, forward and down to the mat. Lift your left leg back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, we'll float our right foot up to the ceiling, keeping our hips square. And then slowly walk your hands back towards your right foot. Back towards your left foot. Bowing the head towards the knee and pointing the back foot. On an inhale, rotate the right thigh, bend the right leg, lift. Inhale, hips back to being squared. Exhale, fold into the leg, lifting the leg, standing split. Two more cycles of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. On your next exhale, you're going to step your right foot to the front of the mat. Left knee to the back, left knee to the mat, top of the foot to the mat. Inhale. Hands to the top of right knee. Really lean into the front right foot, but not letting your knees go over your ankle. You'll really feel a stretch through your through your left hip flexor. And keep your face soft. On an exhale, we will straighten our right leg. Extending our tailbone towards our left heel, flexing the right foot. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Bring your right leg around to tabletop, all fours. Press your butt back to your heels, knees wide. Child's pose. Stretching your shoulders, lengthening your spine. Releasing your forehead to the mat or whatever feels comfortable for you. And stay here for just a moment, just to check in for a sec. Inhale, we'll float back up to top of the push-up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Core engaged, inhale, left foot up. Hips parallel to each other. Back foot is pointed. And then slowly begin to walk your hands back towards your right foot, keeping your hips square. Bow your head towards your knee, or to whatever degree feels right. On inhale, we'll externally rotate both hips, bending the left knee back behind us, and lifting. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Feeling a deep stretch in your inner groin of your right foot. And feel free to put a slight bend in your right knee, especially if you have any type of knee injuries, problems, discomfort. Always keep a slight bend in your knee. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, lift. 2 more cycles of breath. On your next exhale, step your left foot between your hands, right foot to the knee, and right foot to the mat. Inhale up, hit both hands on top of left knee. You want to lean into your left foot without totally collapsing into your hips. You want your hips to stay squared with your body facing directly in front of your mat, but still leaning in to be able to feel a stretch along your hip flexor and across your outer left hip. Three more cycles of breath. And exhale, bending the right leg, straightening the left leg, flexing the left foot. Both hands outside of your left foot. Inhale, chest through, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold, keeping the foot flexed. And imagining keeping the spine long. Go to your own degree. Maybe rock back and forth a little bit if that feels good. Don't take it seriously. Next inhale, back to tabletop, all fours, hand beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Lift the knees back to top of the push-up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. For just a moment, so we're gonna inhale, top of the toes, exhale, bend the knees to jump through to seated. We're gonna do malasana or yogi squat. So come up to your feet, I'll face this way. You wanna drop your hips beneath your heels, between your heels, bringing your elbows to the insides of your knees to create pressure between your knees and your elbows, giving you space to drop your shoulders down, drop your tailbone down, and open up the chest. Close the eyes. On an exhale, open your arms in front of you, elbows still in contact with the knees. Bring your right hand to the ground, pushing that elbow against the right knee with resistance. Inhale, lift your left arm up, and exhale over. At this time, you could take a bind if you'd like, wrapping your right arm back behind your right knee, left hand behind the back, and catching your hands behind you. If you're choosing to do this, make sure your hips are still square, that your knees are still rotating over your toes and that they haven't rolled inside of your toes. Always protect yourself. And slowly look up to the ceiling. If you're in a bind, release it, opening the right hand to the ceiling. Exhaling back to neutral prayer. Inhale. Exhale. Open the left hand to the ground, opening your right palm up and over to the ceiling, reaching to the left side of the room. Really try to twist your chest through under your shoulder, rotating your shoulder blade down your spine. And then take a bind if you choose to do so. Look up to the ceiling. Take 3 verbal exhales, so really hear your breath. On your next exhale, release your bind, opening up to the ceiling, hands to prayer. Just for fun, let's try to do crow. So what we'll do is, staying in Malasana, we will take our, go this way, take our knees, keeping them outside of our forearms, placing our hands beneath our shoulders, underneath our chest. You really want to squeeze your knees to your outer arms. Tilt forward, keeping your spine straight. Toes are still on the mat. Extending your head in one direction and your tailbone straight in the other direction. Squeeze your inner arms with your legs. Try to lift your toes if you can. Keep your toes down. And breathe. When you're done, whenever you're done, roll back to Malasana, hands to prayer. Inhale and exhale. And on the bottom of the exhale, drop your butt to the mat. Feet, soles of the feet together for a butterfly. Inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders down, look up slightly, drive your knees down towards the mat, and exhale, forward fold. Bow your head to the ground. Surrender the weight of your body. On an inhale, straighten the spine. Lift up to seated. We'll roll onto our backs. Very slowly, very consciously, with awareness of how we're moving. Inhale, bring your chest to your knees. Keeping the bottom of your back and your butt on the ground while pulling your knees in towards your chest. On inhale, straighten the legs, lift the butt, catch the outside of the feet. Bring your knees to the outsides of your arm or outside of your body for happy baby. Really pull on your feet, pull your knees towards the ground, and still keeping your sacrum glued to the floor. With every inhale, straighten the spine a little bit more. Every exhale, pull on the feet just a hair more. On your next exhale, bring your knees back to your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Lift your butt off the mat. Squeeze your core, squeeze your legs. Like actually squeeze your body. Engage every muscle in your body. Take a deep inhale, squeeze, squeeze, and exhale, release. Savasana. If you're able to, and you have the time, then please do take a few minutes to settle down quietly on your mat. Shoulders flat, spine is straight. Hands are extended by your side. Palms up for wisdom, hands down for grounding, palms down for grounding. Whichever you feel like you need today. Guidance or grounding. Begin to return to your regular flow of breath. A little bit gentler inhales and exhales. Do a scan of your body. Beginning at the top of your head. Release all tension. Release your tension in your eyes. Unclench your jaw. Put a small gap between your upper and lower teeth, letting your tongue fall within your mouth. Release the throat. Release the tension in your neck and your throat. There's nothing to say right now. Let your shoulders melt into the ground. Let your spine be like a string. And your hips heavy as the weight to that string. Relax the quads. They did a lot of work today. And let your feet gently rotate to the outer sides. Let's take a minute of silence. In your next exhale, very, very slowly with your eyes closed, still in a state of half consciousness. Roll onto your outer right side, elbow beneath your ear, left hand in front of your chest on the mat. And breathe here. Whenever you're ready, very slowly, very gently, and very consciously, push into the ground, into the earth, to rise. With your eyes closed, return to a seated cross-legged position. Hands on top of the knees. Slight bow in the head, chin towards your chest. Spine is straight.